Uh, Thank you for joining us this evening for the opening reception and award presentation of our annual BlickArt Supply Ars Nova exhibition. We are grateful to BlickArt Supply for underwriting the exhibition and providing the awards, and also very happy that this year Philip Suslov agreed to jury the exhibition. And Philip is no stranger to NIU, as he did not earn only 1 degree or 2. He actually decided to settle for 3 degrees from the School of Art. So, and he's also my kind of guy because he also has been a gallery director and now teaches at Rockford College. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Philip.
Can I do it without that?
That's what feeds into the video thing.
I'm going to sing you a song. Thank you very much for having me. It's really an honor to be here. It's kind of like deja vu all over again. 29 years ago, I was standing where you are as an undergrad, and because of that, and then coming back, I left for a couple years and went to North Carolina, and then came back for grad school. So I have a lot of empathy, or a lot of a feeling for where you're all standing. You know, everyone, excuse me, wants to be in the show. Everyone wants to win awards. It was really difficult. I'm going to blame it all on Peter. He was right, though. Looking at the space, 30 pieces. I tried to play a game, and I had 30 wall pieces picked out, and then the pedestal stuff. He was like, no, 30 pieces. I'm like, oh. So toward the end, honestly, it got to be a lot like pulling a Band-Aid off. It was painful. I love looking at art. I respond to a lot of things, and I guess in a nutshell what I'm saying is there are a lot of things that shoulda, coulda, woulda been in the show, but there just wasn't the space. So I do feel for you on that, but I do want you to understand, too, that if your piece is not in the show, or if you didn't win an award and you think you deserve to, it's subjective, just my opinion, as any juried show is, just one person's opinion. But there were a lot of stuff that I saw that I liked that just didn't fit. Let me see, I have notes because it's... all right, I probably talk so much anyway. All right, one of the things I wanted to point out is one of my teachers, former professor here, Ben Mahmood, he was a real organized guy, and he said for juried shows like this, you should do your research, find out who the juror is, keep copious notes, which I never do, but I think it's a good practice, and in the future, like general shows, national shows, things like that, it does matter because, if you're entering a show that your work is just going to be very different from what the artist is, who's jurying is going to choose, in some ways you might be wasting your money. Like for instance, I'm a ceramic sculptor. I have much better luck entering a ceramic show or a certain theme show than the 25th annual art show, which is really general because you don't know what they're going to choose. So even though I never was the best at keeping, those kind of notes, as you're entering things, especially now with the computer, you can Google people and find out what their work's about, and that's one of the recommendations that I have, just looking forward. It's interesting looking around, having juried it, a lot of things were all over the place, really on the floor, and it's pretty eclectic, and how do you choose what you choose? Well, simply put, you choose what you like, or what you respond to, or what draws you in. I tried to be as fair-minded as possible. In other words, there was, you were allowed up to 3 pieces, I believe, per artist. And so I really did not want to choose more than 1 piece per artist because I wanted it to be as inclusive as possible, so as many people were able to show their work. And I kind of think that's important. Again, I'm a ceramic sculptor. I'm an object maker. The things that I respond to are form in space. I love surface. That's part of ceramics. I'm a figurative narrative artist. So I do like representational things. So again, it's just one person's opinion, my opinion, love me, hate me. You know, that's just kind of the way it is. At the same time, you know, you could jury show, I could have walked in to the same, whatever, 150 pieces that were here, and probably some things would change a little bit. Right toward the end, there were probably close to 30 pieces that I had to still exclude, and little things matter. Presentation, for instance, matters. As a juror, and I've heard other jurors say this, if you don't put the effort into matting or framing your piece, that tells the juror that you don't really care that much. And in some cases, that was simply, you know, you like the work, but if I have to choose this or that, you know, and even like these days, you know, I know we've had a couple print shows at Rockford College that, you know, are just hung with clips, but that's a decision. Does it work? Maybe yes, maybe no, but it's a decision, as opposed to just a piece of paper that we're supposed to tack up or not tack up, or what are we supposed to do with this? So, you know, that does matter. Craftsmanship is important to me, and by craftsmanship, I don't necessarily mean slick. You know, I've been fortunate to do the Sofa Show every year, and it's weird because you're there, the Sofa Chicago Show, and you're there and you see people looking at your work, and you see people looking from here, and even like doing this and doing this. And, you know, it is really unnerving, you know, but I think healthy, because you see that, and it's like every square inch of that piece that a viewer can see matters. Is it unfinished? It's a decision, you know? So do think about those things. You know, and I find those kind of things interesting. They're not the most important, but they are interesting, and they do matter. Because you'd be surprised by what people focus on. You know, you're looking at your work from your perspective. You know, well, people say the darndest things. Just do an art fair and you'll know what I mean, you know, as far as that goes. An artist needs to have a thick skin, you know. They say in athletics, don't get too high, don't get too low if you win or lose. Same thing with art shows. Again, one person's opinion. A mature artist is someone that can self-critique, not a person that loves everything they do. We've all seen that, right? And then we've also seen the opposite of an artist that hates everything they do. My work, blah, blah, blah. You have to be able to step back from it and discern when you're getting success and when you're not. Sometimes walking away from a piece for a while and coming back to it and going back into it. Sometimes starting over, you know. But I think that's important too. So congratulations to all of you, everyone that's in the show, everyone that entered the show. I think what's really important is that you're all art makers. That's a special thing. You know, I mean, you know, you're here all together, you're in this environment of an art school where there are so many of you, but we are different. You know, you go out into the world and, well, you know, I mean, just one of my colleagues in our division yesterday, you know, English professor said to me, well, we don't really understand what you people do. You know, they don't. And so don't take that for granted. The fact that you're making stuff is important. What I think is really important is continuing to make things. In ceramics, there's an old saying, it's not how long you've been throwing on the potter's wheel, it's how many tons of clay. I believe that to a certain point, but I also believe in the longevity of continuing. The biggest excuse that people use for stopping to make art is not having space or don't have materials. If you live in a one-room, you know, studio apartment, you can make small stuff. The old Einstein theory, you know, it's easier to keep something in motion than to set it in motion. Once you stop, it's hard to get back. So that's what I really, you know, I'm getting a little preachy, I know, it's my job. But don't stop making art. It's really difficult to let that go. And I know that I'd be a different person if I wasn't an artist. It keeps me sane. So that's really all I have to say. Really enjoyed the work, though. This was fun. You know, as I said early, I enjoy looking at artwork. I was a little frustrated because it's always easier when you see a body of work by a person or you have an artist statement to go from, but a piece of visual artwork should stand on its own, and so this is a good test for that. So again, thank you for having me here, and we'll give out the awards. And I apologize in advance for butchering your names. Okay, the Juror's Choice Award goes to Sarah Willidson for Folding In. I believe it's right over here. Sarah? Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and you all know, because you entered, that there was different categories, freshman, sophomore, and so on. Second place to junior is Ben Christensen. Very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Second place senior is Paul Madsen. It takes balls to say it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't think she's here, but we can.
Second place graduate to Agnes May? She here? Not here? Okay. Okay, freshman, sophomore. First place, Juan Moline for The Watering Thing. Juan needs confidence, I think. First place, junior, Chris Wiedmeyer, Lazy Crane. Chris? He's not here either. We're doing well so far. All right. First place, senior, Consumer Made by Elise Saka. Saka? Congratulations. First place, graduate, Karen Murphy. Nice work.
Thank you.
Okay, the last one, best in show. Just respond to what you like. Liked it, picked it, can't really explain why. Uprising in Cairo by John Semlato. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very nice. Do I have to do anything else? Thanks, let's party.